Zombie apocalypse.
Hello everyone, I'm Fudge3004. Welcome back to Osiris New Dawn. Thank you for taking the time to hang out with me. It's good to see you again. So why don't you sit back, relax, enjoy the video, and let's get into some gaming. Last time we were here, we were in Proteus Site A, the old map. Now, I don't know anything about where anything is. This is still all fairly new because we just got here. So there's going to be a lot to, hey, it's dark, to uncover. Hopefully we can find some decent stuff. We do have some stuff on our bar, but for right now I'm going to try to do what I can with like the makeshift chisel and that stuff and see if we can find some good places to set up at, or possibly it's telling me to toggle the flashlight. Okay, now I did. To find a good base and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to go back to that over there where those blue lights are and all that shiny flickery stuff. I want to go find our own place. It's fine over there, but I'd much rather have something that's our own. I don't know where we're going to set up at. Since they redid the map, it's going to be interesting to try to find something new. I'm going to wander around, see what I can find. It's going to be dark for right now for a while because, you know, it's nighttime. And hopefully I'll be able to find something decent pretty soon, but I just don't know exactly when. I don't know if they put in the caves that were over by the rubber trees, or what used to be the rubber trees, but I guess we will find out when we get that far. And until then, I am just gonna see if I can find my way around anywhere and figure out if I can find some good resources and all of that kind of stuff. Let me go ahead and get out my little scanner. Then hopefully I can find some resources here, huh? Let's go to low density first. Aha, look, resources. That's, ooh, wow, look at that big one right there. Look at that line, the huge line. Can we see? Wow, that's awesome. Horizon Volcano. Okay, that's what, ooh, sentries and all that stuff out there. So that is probably, since it's white, is going to be aluminum, which we probably ought to start with that, and then we'll figure out a place to... Now, why is that not showing up when we do this? That is so weird. You'd think that it would, but it is not showing up on our scanner here. Hey, we got to go this way. Oh, look at that, iron. Okay, well, we found iron. We know we have some iron. I think we have some iron on us. Did we grab any? We did grab some iron. I'm going to work. I can't get that with that chisel. I'm going to have to use our good pick to get that. So I'm going to gather some resources. And then we will hopefully try to find a good place to go to. Nice flat place, and start seeing about setting things up. It's going to be a little bit. Looks like there's aluminum right down there. This might be a pretty good place down in here. Ooh, hey. McRae Crater. Okay, now that we can use this for. So let's go ahead and use this as much as we can. I'm going to gather some aluminum and stuff, and I will be back, and hopefully it will be daytime and we can gather some resources and continue on our way. Alright, now the next day. I'm fairly close to where I was. It was just right down there, right over by that tree in that little area down there. And it looks like there's a little flying critters running around here. So they have these also in Proteus Site A. That's interesting. Not quite too sure where they went to. Little bugger bugs. I saw them flying around, but I didn't know exactly what it was, and I figured I was one of the bugs that they have now in the game. So I find that kind of interesting. I do like the colors that they have in the game too. I noticed that you have some of this stuff over here, like this bluish stuff like this. I think this looks really interesting. It adds a new element, makes it look quite pretty, and adds like some of the new stuff from the other map the other Proteus that we've been playing on in here, and I think that's pretty fascinating. I don't know where I'm going and what I'm doing. I'm just trying to find a decent place to try to set up a... Ooh, hey, that's a big old crater there. Holy moly. Just trying to figure out a place to set up a base at. And so far, I'm not succeeding very well, but maybe we'll find a place here pretty quick. Let's go up here. I'm just trying to look around. Maybe right over there by that rock, huh? Let's see if we can get over there. Find out what might be over there. And hopefully start getting stuff set up. And we'll have to build everything pretty much scratch. I'm not seeing any satellites or the space wreckage or different things like that. So I really don't know if that stuff is in the game. We're just going to have to keep our eyes open and... thought I heard a crab monster somewhere around. Probably behind us or something. Guess we'll find out when we get that far. Or it's down here and we'll get jumped by him. You never know. I think I'm going to get out of his way, though. I don't really want to be attacked by one. Excuse me. This actually looks like it might be a pretty good place down here. Fairly flat. It's like there's going to be oxygen. I'm pretty sure that the green is oxygen. I could be wrong. It could be fluorine. It could be chlorine. It's probably chlorine if it's green, correct? Guess we'll find out here in a quick second, and that is chlorine.
Starvation warning.
Again? Already? Holy moly. Man. Well, I guess we'll eat that meat there. That'll help. This is a good place right here. I like this. Nice, big, flat, and empty. So it's a BFE. Big, flat, empty. I am hearing a creature somewhere around. I can barely hear it, but I'm sure it's somewhere right around here. This looks like a really good place. I think we should set up a base here because then we can have plenty of room to put everything that we are potentially going to build. And that sounds like a good idea to me because on the other maps, it's a lot of this stuff. We're still fairly close to that over there. And I would much rather try to be quite a ways away from it so we don't have to be as worried about it. What I'm going to do is probably over here by these rocks start setting up stuff. I may have to get some other things. Let me go see what I got to do. Let's go to F2. Structures for the scrap hut. We're going to need makeshift cloth bundle. For the cloth bundle, we need plant fibers. Well, let's just go ahead and make as many as we can. Alright, we have 4 of those. And 3 of those. We need 1 more. We're going to have to go out to some trees or bushes or something. Maybe we can use these trees around here. Use our knife and see if we can get some alien fiber. At least we know of a good place to come to. That's going to be good for us. That's going to help us out. We are very close to getting that. Let me go. I don't remember which one of the trees it is. It's either one of those 3 trees. That's all I can tell you. I mean, that only makes sense, right? I've also not noticed very many blue palms. There are some around. They're just very sparse. And that's going to make this quite tricky if we're going to build here. You know what I mean? Well, let me go over there, get some alien fibers, and then I'll come back and we'll start building our hut and other stuff like that. I'm in the process of making a furnace. I have the workbench built here, and I have enough stuff to build 1 more barrel. I just need more makeshift lashing. Let's put the furnace over here on this side. Let's go to F2, Utilities, Furnace. Let's put that bad boy right about here. Doesn't really matter which way he's facing. It isn't going to make any difference. Alright. Then we got to find fuel, or we're going to have to do some upgrading. Let's go to F. Fuel is empty, so we're going to have to put some sort of fuel in there. I don't know if tree bark will actually work. Let's go to F. Can we use tree bark? It's going to be 5 seconds. So I guess we will add, we can get this pretty much really easy. That's 35 seconds of fuel. It isn't a lot, but I guess it will have to work for what we have. And I don't know of anything else we're going to be able to use right now, just because we are so low on pretty much everything. We're going to have to definitely do some scavenging and try to find some things and stuff like that. So I do have some alien meat. I have 3 pieces of alien meat. I can make some charred alien bits, but I think we have enough food for right now. Let's go see what it's going to take to make. Well, let's look at this first. Utilities, I want to see. So for the forge, we need, I don't know where we're going to find sulfur that or lead. That's going to be the hard stuff. Glass we can do. Circuit board is going to be a little bit harder. So what we're going to have to do is definitely figure out something or some way to get stuff. We need makeshift cloth bundle and a hinge. We don't have a hinge. I don't know if we can make a hinge. Let's go see. As far as I know, we cannot make a hinge. And I don't think there's any way for us to make a hinge. Crude battery. What we might have to do is look around, try to find a satellite, wherever the heck that may be. Let me check my stats. I'm not doing too bad. Now, we're going to have our hut there, so at least that will help. And at least we'll have something to, you know, use as a marker so we can find our way back here. That's going to be important. Let's go looking around, and let's go see if we can find anything that's going to help us. Hopefully even just a satellite, even just one, is going to help us out quite a bit. Let's do that. Let's go to number 3. Let's get out our knife. That way we have something to attack with. I'm trying not to use the machete. Ooh, look at this nice big flat place up here too. This is awesome. I'm not going to move my stuff to up here just because that would be a complete waste of time and everything. It is nice, but I don't really see a need to put our stuff in many different places. We can always build another base later on if we want to. But for right now, this one actually has a lot of flat places, and I do like that. I wish that the other one did too. You know, the other Proteus. It just doesn't. I believe that's oxygen because that was close to where we went to for the other base. I'm just hoping we can find something. Anything. Sure, we can go back into the other base and take some resources, but I would much rather not confront them with, you know, and get problems if at all possible. This may be an exercise, and we may end up having to make some adjustments. I may have to go back to the old Proteus, try to find some loot there, and come back to over here and see if we can get some stuff built. I'm going to try to avoid that if at all possible, but I may have to just to get hinges and basic stuff to start our base, to make chests and different things like that, because there is nothing out here. I have not seen very many palms. I only saw a couple of palms. At least I think I saw palms the last time, but that was some time ago, and I can tell you that's when we first started coming in from the desert, when we came over to Site A, and we just really do got to do some looking around. I'm not seeing anything out here. Again, it's kind of empty, and that's really not necessarily a big problem or anything. It's just empty. I like all the flat places. That is really good. I really do like that. I'm not seeing any sort of bases or anything, any help out here at all. Satellites, so we're going to have to just do some looking around. Wish there was this much flat place on the original Proteus, you know, the one that we are on. The, ooh, hey, look at that big old ravine or whatever it is, a nice valley. But there isn't on the other Proteus, so we're just gonna have to deal with this and have a base here, and then we will eventually go back to Proteus, Zur, Aziel, all those places. Just because we are here in Site A doesn't mean we can't make the ships and, you know, the spaceship and travel back there in the space station Well, once we get out of the atmosphere, we'll be able to go back up and go to our station and, you know, do that. Ooh, Abaddon crater. Abaddon crater. What I'm also thinking about possibly doing at some point in the future is unbuilding the space station and then building it at ways lower, so maybe I can actually get my ship on top of it. So I think I built it at pretty much the highest possible point of building it, and so that's why I cannot get on top of it like I should be able to, like everybody else can. And lots of people have told me in the comments on and what I've seen on Steam that you kind of need to build it lower to be able to get on top of it. You know, there's also one other thing missing that I'm just now noticing. Up in the sky, there are no meteors coming down yet. There may be, but for right now, there have not been any meteors at all throughout the night or even up to this point in the day, and I don't remember seeing any last time either, so that's unusual. Let me look around, see what I can find, and I'll come back once I have something kind of figured out, and we will go from there. Well, as I'm walking around, I finally see something that we've been looking for. There's some coniferns here. Maybe. Okay, let's do this then. Alright, just getting fibers. Maybe... what all do we have that I can use? So I'm not able to get any coniferns. I don't know if I can use this on those coniferns and actually get anything from them. These should be blue blades here. No, those are still coniferns. Okay, there we go, conifer. Use my machete on them. So if you're looking for those, use your machete and you will get coniferns. If you don't, you're just going to get fibers, which we need fibers anyway. But we can always use the coniferns as well. I'm going to check my stuff here. Looks like you need a little bit of hydration. So let's go ahead and drink a little bit. Just as I come over a rise from right where I was, I found some blue palms. I found some blue palms. More like we found some blue palms. Hey, look at this. We got a cactus. Good. At least they're here. We now know that they are here for sure. Let me go ahead and use this on this, and maybe we can get some of these, because we are definitely going to need these if we're going to make anything good. And these things come in very handy for many different reasons. Nice. We need these on the space station anyway to make, and on Zur to make different things. I just wish we could plant the blue palm leaves and get blue palms to grow or something. That's the first blue palms that I even remember seeing anywhere here. So that is awesome. And I still have not found a satellite or anything at all like that. And I'm probably... I don't want to, but I'll probably end up having to go back to the other Proteus and getting some of the resources from the space debris there and bringing that over here, like hinges and different things like that. I don't want to grab a lot of other unnecessary stuff, but if we can get something going quicker, then that would be great, and I just may end up having to do that. Well, found some enemies. For sure, that's an alpha snub there. That is awesome. Fine, guys. One at a time, please. One at a time.
Vitals dropping.
Good. He's gone. Yikes, this is hard. Man. So you get 2 or 3 whacks with the alpha snubs. That's good. That means you'll get even more meat. I think what I'm going to have to do is go back to Proteus Site B. As I said, gather some resources from there, from the space debris, and then we can come back here with some hinges and just like low-level stuff, and then not worry about so much, you know, having to not make any chests or anything, because that's going to be a huge detriment, and I just don't know. Okay, the hut's that way, and the habitat GAV is that way. I'm thinking we probably just want to head east. Oops, not M. F3. Let's go see Xanos Crater. Wow, look at all this stuff out here. There's a lot of stuff. I wonder if they have one of those big satellite dishes in there, and so we're able to see most of what we're looking for. Because it looks like there's lots of stuff around. Let's go see. Yeah, so it looks like there is titanium. I don't know what those big spots are. Can't really get too close to see, so maybe they might be chromium, but I kind of doubt it, because all that stuff is going to be, look, zirconium. That's awesome. Maybe we can go out and find some good resources. We just got to wait for a little bit. Plenty of copper. I don't, ooh, wow, look at all that copper down there. Holy moly. So we can find the resources. We just got to make sure that we, look around really good to try to find it. It's like mainly copper. I'm not seeing much of anything else, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't exist. It's just right now we're not seeing it, and maybe I just need to do... Ooh, hey, look, stuff out there. Don't know what that's going to be out there. We're just going to have to go out there and find out. It's going to be dangerous. Let's go to Ultra Dense, and let's go see what there could be. It doesn't look like there's going to be anything in the main map, but again, there could be stuff on like the outside that we don't know. A little bit of stuff there. Okay, well that's very interesting. So I'm not seeing any of the gold, mercury, tungsten, or uranium. And I don't know where we're going to find that. That's okay. Maybe there's stuff down here, way down at the bottom. Hopefully this map is okay, and we can just come way down here and try to figure out what all that stuff is. But we'll work on that after a while. I just want to go back, get some of the other stuff, you know, the resources that I was talking about, and then we will get a chest made or 2, and then we will be able to do a lot better after that. So let me go ahead and go back this way, probably to the southeast, I'm thinking, because I know it's on the other side of there, somewhere over there is what I'm thinking. Head up back out to the desert. Got a long ways to go, so I will go gather that, and I'll come back and we will start building a chest, and then we'll look around for some other stuff that we can find, and hopefully find some really good stuff and be able to move on this new map that we don't know very well of Proteus Site A. I'm back over here at this place that we came to the first time, and I think what I'm going to do to make our journey a little bit easier is borrow this GAV for a little bit. It'll make it so much quicker. Let's go ahead and board this. Wow, this thing's fast. Holy moly. And we won't be attacked by the creature if we're in a vehicle, so that's always good. I want to just get over there as quick as we can and see if we can get that stuff done, because that would be for the best. Just don't know where it is that we gotta go. That looks dangerous, you know that? Let's try to find a little bit of a way around there. This is a worm graveyard, obviously. we gotta find our way around this place before we can actually get back out there to that desert area. So luckily these things can take a beating, huh? Do this with your car, huh? No? That would be kind of bad, really, when you think about it, but I don't know if there's going to be anything around this worm graveyard or not, but I guess we can always go kind of see, because it looks like there may be some stuff, but I'm not 100% certain. Let's take a quick gander through. Not seeing any real resources here or anything. I guess that's okay, too. Alright, I'm going to go see if I can find my way back. I don't remember which way it is, but hopefully we'll be able to find our way back. And I will meet you once I go get that stuff. And I come back and we'll start setting up. Well, I guess it won't work very good after all. I wrecked the GAV, and then old Bushel Britches came out, and yeah, it's gone. Because the thing is with the giant worm is it destroys anything and everything that it hits. It is unkillable, and it will destroy everything. So I guess they lost GAV, and I gained footsteps. So I guess I'll get my steps in today. Yay! Since I'm headed back to Proteus B, there is a little bit of uranium here. I am going to go ahead and gather this so we can have this to use, maybe as a fuel source. So I don't know where any of the resources are out there. That's going to be one of the hardest things to find. Okay. That way you can see where I got stuff from. It's just out here in the desert, and I'm headed into where our ship is. Out here is a whole bunch of skeletons of the worms, which means we'll probably meet something that we really don't want to meet. I guess it really doesn't matter which way we go out of into the desert. It's all pretty much the same. Thought that was a monster for a minute, but it's just my heartbeat because I ran too much. Ooh, hey, look at that. Space debris. Let's go get this. This should help out quite a bit. Even just a little bit would help out quite a lot. We just need some scrap hinges. There we go. Got some of that. I want to try to get a few because we won't be able to make them at all. And if we can get even just a few, that would help. I'm going to look around for some more. I'm not going to gather like too many other resources that we just really don't need. If I have to come back for gold or something, I guess I do. But I'm going to try to look around and find it out there if I can, because that would be for the best. Since we are back at our old base, I do know that because of the way that the other map, well, I'm assuming, I guess I should say, with the way that the other map is, that we probably need to do something else too. Let me go show you what that other thing is. I'm sure what we're gonna have to do is go see if we are going to get some of this kind of stuff, because without it, I mean, we can get the red and purple berries. I'm not too worried about that. It's this other stuff that we just ain't gonna be able to get. But if we can get some and we can put it aside, then at least we will be able to have it. And then we won't have to worry about it, because there are no crates, there are no, wreckages or anything out there. As far as anything that goes in here. What? It's empty. We got all kinds of stuff in here. What the heck? But there was all kinds of food and stuff in here. We had like the blood and everything else in here. What? Serious? There's nothing in there that we can do? Well, ain't that just a royal stinker? Let's go make sure their inventories aren't empty either. It looks like, okay, good, they're not. Sure hoping not. I guess we lost a whole bunch of meat and everything else. Let me go gather those resources that I was wanting. I am going to take some more of that. I'm going to take one more broken barrel. And we have enough patch tape. I'm not going to take any of this other stuff that we can find there. I suppose I should take broken circuit boards. And I'm not going to worry about... We can make plastic, I'm pretty darn sure. Let's go and see what it's going to take to make plastic in the printer. Nope. Chemical station. Plastic, okay. Sulfur, I don't know where we're going to find that. That's going to be one of the things, but I'm sure that we can. So, excuse me, goodness gracious. So again, I'm not going to get too terribly worried about that. I'm not too sure I'm going to break down a lot of stuff here. But I would like to take just some resources that are going to help us out to be able to make better stuff there. And I'm just not going to take, like, you know, everything, because there's no point in that. Because I want to make all of this stuff from scratch if I can. We know that we can make a bunch of stuff. There is actually quite a bit of wire here, and that's going to be something we may need. Since gold is going to be hard to come by, it looks like, we may have to end up doing some other different things. We can get the palms. These we can't get, but I'm not too worried about them, and we can find that, so that's no big deal. If we need to come back and get sulfur, we will. I'm going to take minimal stuff, if at all possible, just because we just, you know, are trying to do this a little bit differently than we normally would. So let me just go see what else. See, was there anything in there? I'm not going to take this other chisel. We just don't need it. I can take some diamond for a diamond chisel, but I'm sure we will find some diamond eventually somewhere out there. Glass, we can make glass. Never mind, we can do that. That's not that big of a deal. I am going to steal the patch tape. That's not that big of a deal. Fungus, I'm just going to leave. And there is nothing up here that we need that's all that important. Shard blade, we can make that. We have rocks. We can make all kinds of stuff like that. I'm not too terribly worried about that. Okay, let's go see if there's anything on the ship that may be of use for us before we just go back and start setting up. And it doesn't really look like it. I don't have very many hinges. I have these 3 hinges, and that's all that I've seen so far. And I'm going to look over here in this base, this wrecked base over here that we always go and loot, and just see with you, so you know what I'm taking. That way, you know, I'm not taking a bunch of extraneous stuff. I know I can. Nobody's gonna really care, but I want to do this differently, and I want to make sure that I'm not just taking a bunch of stuff that I really don't need. Okay, actually, I will take that. If there are any hinges, I will be taking those, and we do have enough of those because we have a full 50 stack of that. I'm not going to get too worried about that. What do we have in there? Hoses. We might as well go and take that one. Okay, good. There's another hinge. We'll take that broken circuit board. So those are going to be very hard to make. And let's search this last one. Broken circuit board. And I think that is about all that we're going to take because we don't need anything else. We can make pretty much everything else that we need. Okay. I just wanted to get a few hinges. If we can make 2 chests, I think that would be good. If we find any more space debris on our way out there, we will to the desert, we will gather that, or I will gather that on the way back. And I am just gonna head out back out to the desert. I'm gonna go to the east this time. And I came up from the south, and it was a long slog all the way across, but we did make it. So let me go back out there, make our way back out to the other area, to Site A. At least we do have some stuff, and you can see the stuff that I have on here. Because like I said, I'm trying to do things a little bit more harder, because we do know that map is just finding out where everything is. That's going to be the hardest part. I will see you back at Site B after I gather this stuff. While we're going out there to Site B, I am going to go ahead and gather what little bit of resources I find out here. I don't see a reason why. It's not like I'm going to other areas to find stuff. It's just if we can find a few scattered resources here and there, I think that would help us out. And they're just kind of out in random places, and I don't see anything wrong with that. It's not like I'm going over to like where all the sulfur is and just harvesting a whole bunch of that. We're going to take what little bit we can find, and hopefully we'll be able to find some more and help ourselves out quite a bit. Alright, we have a couple of chests made, and that's good. Let's go ahead and see about dropping a bit of stuff in here so we don't have all this weight on us all the time. Just drop some of this unnecessary stuff, and hopefully we'll be doing okay once we do. Drop the stuff we just can't use for right now, and we'll just drop a lot of stuff. I'm gonna save, oops, nope, this one, thank you. I'm gonna save this stuff for later. I did eat one of the steamed carrots, and that was pretty good. It didn't fill me up a lot, but that's okay. We don't need to be filled up a lot. Alright. There we go. Put that on there, so that way we have that. Do the default one. And let's go see. We have 1 stat point. What do we want? We probably want to do... Well, speed would help, and I think stamina would be really good too, so we can run a little bit farther. And let's go ahead and get that. Okay, that's all we have. We will need more strength later on. And as far as the tree goes, as far as I know, we have everything opened up. There is nothing that we don't have open, so that's good. Got tons of points. 999, 768, 717. Yeah, we can't even use those points anymore because everything's been opened. And I guess once we get that many points, we'll just have to get some more engineering. That'll be the first one that'll help give us skill points. This is Osiris New Dawn. We got a little bit of our base started, at least our low-level stuff. We're going to have to work really hard to try to figure out how we're going to get higher-level stuff done and get upgrades and all that stuff. We got to find lead. We got to get some leather. And we probably ought to look at this and see with our upgrades what we need to... We can do that one, but well, that might not be too bad. What kind of storm is this? Hydrocarbon? Okay. And do the water distillery. We can make a propellant tank. Of that I am sure. Let's go see. Can we make a propellant tank? We probably ought to make that in the printer or something, but I'm not too sure because it doesn't look like we can make anything here. That's going to be something we're definitely going to have to look at. Or maybe we can even make it in here or something. I really don't know, but we're gonna have to go see. I will do some searching online, you know, and checking and seeing how we make that stuff, and hopefully we can. If not, we'll just have to go back and get one. Thank you for joining me here. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing, and if you've enjoyed this episode, drop a like on the video and tell your friends about this channel. Share this on your favorite social media. Share it as you wish. and we will talk to you next time. Bye-bye.